Good morning from the studios of Hollywood. The usual Rise of the Resistance looking for their time slots and the very limited crowds. I guess these red and white stars are for Christmas. Kind of looks like a mix of 4th of July and Christmas. I love the updated signs. Tower of Terror. How I wish you were the Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm gonna see if we can get on Rock and Roller Coaster first. Start the day. 15 minutes. Alina. Welcome to G-Force Records. They really did a job hanging that t-shirt. It's like they just jammed this one in here. I haven't been back on this ride since COVID, and apparently they don't do the show anymore.
Hey music lovers, welcome to G-Force Records. Just so you know what's rocking here, Rock and Roller Coaster is a loud, thrilling, high-speed roller coaster type ride that includes sharp turns, upside-down maneuvers, and sudden drops and stops.
Holy plexiglass.
So weird.
With the ride, it is so awesome. It's too short. Oh, look at the line. It's like all the way out to Tower of Terror now. I mean, holy cow. And speaking of Tower of Terror, the line for Tower of Terror is all the way out here too. Actually, the line for Tower of Terror goes all the way back here. But the line for Rock and Roller Coaster is all the way out here. What? The line for Starbucks is around the block. Let's see what we can get on with minimal weights. This is Slinky Dog. It's about an hour and a half at this point. Toy Story Midway Mania is 30 minutes. I guess I could do that. Dino. Where are they? 10 different projectiles? You had me at 9. Jack and Jill went up the hill, fetch a pail of water. Tino. Jack the Clown. I'm not sure I ever noticed that the glasses pickup area was Lincoln Logs. What's the glass?
Welcome to our practice game.
Jeff told us straight.
Alright, it's been a while.
Look at you!
Only $1.99. So coming out of Toy Story Land and going into Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, this is the line for Smuggler's Run. It's backed up all the way to Toy Story Land. What? So this is limited capacity. Wow. Boba Fett's backpack is in here. Check it out way in the back. That looks familiar. Is that Chewbacca's crossbow? Look at this hunk of junk.
Thank you very much.
Alright, I got a Ronto wrap. It's been a while. And I get to stand here and watch this guy cook his meat. Can't say that with a straight face. That will eventually become his meat. How goes the secret keeping?
What are you doing with that thing?
I'm just documenting my day.
Documenting?
Sure.
For who? Is not a good answer.
The resistance?
All of a sudden you're umming for the resistance. How convenient.
For a price. Who sent me? Well,
okay, sir. I'm gonna need a little bit more to your cover story.
okay.
Definitely can't trust that.
X-Wing. Doing X-Wing things. Skunk droids. Doing things. A-Wing doing, stuff. It's kind of the forgotten ship. We did get a boarding time for Rise of the Resistance, but the ride is down, as usual. There's some cool new items in Tatooine Traders. Those little bags. $40. New Spirit sweaters, Endor. Tatooine's been here. Check this out, Star Wars in the back. And Vader on the front. I really like this shirt. Christmas hat. And look at these new select figures. Some other new shirts. Colorful. Outside of Launch Bay, they have new signage up for Mandalorian second season. That's pretty cool. I also don't remember this being a blue flag up there, but maybe I'm losing my mind. So Launch Bay still closed. Not only just the character experience, but everything. So no Launch Bay store, and that stinks. Here's the Wishes Come True collection in blue. Oh, Christmas. Some other new to me Galaxy's Edge merchandise, including Black Spire Outpost. And these are all of the coasters you can get at Oga's. Galaxy's Edge. Galaxy's Edge Spirit Sweater. They may have had these in the past, but I've never noticed. Die cast. $15 a piece. And this is what they look like. Alright, Hollywood Studios, I'm gonna get out of here. Alright, so while I'm getting out of Hollywood Studios, I did want to take a minute to talk about the current situation with Disney. For those that don't know and haven't seen a news broadcast in what's likely forever now over the last few weeks, Disney overall within parks has laid off 28,000 people. It's not 28,000 in Florida, but it is thousands and thousands of folks that lost their jobs. Mind you, this is not just centric to Disney only. It's obviously a national issue with unemployment related to the pandemic that we're still in. And I know that this is where things likely become political with the way people view things or not, with places of business that are open or shouldn't be open in the middle of a pandemic. Folks are still getting sick. Folks are still dying. Hospitalizations are up over the last week. Florida has seen our numbers skyrocket yet again. I think yesterday we were in the 5,000 positive category again. And without getting into great detail, I was sick at one time. I know what it's like to have COVID, although a mild case. And I wouldn't wish it, even the mildest of case, on anyone for any type of after effects or lingering things or pre-existing conditions that are going to exist in the future. And the folks that are back at work are putting their lives on the line. You could laugh at that and comment negatively or anything, but COVID affects people in a myriad of ways, or and The severity level varies depending on person, and it's not only a pre-existing thing. I know of folks that have been in the ICU, and I know of folks personally that died that were healthy 30-year-olds from COVID to date. But the parks are open, they're servicing people, and not making the money that, just like every other business, like movies or eating and things like that, where people are not going out to the degree. And that's likely a good thing, that folks are not going out on a regular basis because they're not getting sick. But if you're not visiting the parks, and the only people that are really, for the most part, visiting the parks now are locals or pass holders, and there are some folks that are still traveling in, more likely than not via road trip, etc., versus flying, because we know the traffic into Orlando International is about 48% of what it's been. But while everything is down visit-wise, the parks are still packed. There's a ton of people. Today the wait times were just astronomical, and I'm not going to be that person that's just complaining about times, but it's just not worthwhile when there's not a lot else to soak things up. The icing on the cake this week, I think, for Disney, and what really made Disney stand out to me, is their entertainment. So shows like Monsters, Laugh Floor, my New York coming out, or other entertainment areas, whether it's the citizens on the street in Hollywood studios, etc., that all got let go. And these are people that had tenure here of 15 plus years, and no longer employed. The disturbing thing to me, before it becomes like an anti-Disney thing or corporation thing and stuff, is that while there's a lot of folks that are suffering, that are working and putting their lives out there to be able to present something for everybody else to enjoy, the senior leadership from Disney doesn't seem to be taking a hit at all. So I don't really get the feeling, at least through friends that I have that are working in the company or news releases and things like that, that it's a we're all in this together type of thing, which is really disappointing. I know of other corporations or jobs and things where people have literally at the top taken zero salary or worked for $1 or whatever it is, to try to show solidarity with their workers, and that doesn't seem to be the case here. They're not charging anything less for people to go to the parks, and when you get to the parks, it's really it's not magical. It's not the Disney experience. It's an overcrowded experience for the most part, with everyone waiting for the same things. And when a major ride goes down, like today, Rise of Resistance been down all day, every other ride gets packed to the gills, and there's really nothing else to take that interest. Character meets, not happening. Shows, not happening. And Universal Studios, at least, like right up the road, at least they've figured out how they can still keep shows and entertainment going in the parks, and keep it what, at least is the appearance of being safe, as opposed to, reality is none of this is necessarily safe. But I did want to throw out there, for anyone that's looking to try to help out the cast members, and for you that don't know, that don't live in Florida or don't live in the States, unemployment in Florida is an absolute joke. I lost my job, going back like 12 years ago, after working at some place for a long time, and essentially it's not even like enough money to buy like cat food and be able to pay for rent and stuff, to be able to eat, or ramen or whatever. I want to say probably it maxes out somewhere like $300 a month or a week, or somewhere in that line, and I'm probably giving wrong metrics at this point, but it's abysmal. If you're looking to try to help cast members, I know that there is a cast member pantry link to be able to donate to, etc. I'll put a link to that in the video down below, but I do want to express to everybody, cast member wise, Disney has always been a super magical experience, both from when I had Jess at a very young age, or when we got married. This is where we came for our honeymoon when we lived in New York, and Disney has just been that place, and our hearts go out to the folks that are impacted across the board, but especially Disney has been has taken such a major hit recently. So Anyway, on that note, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you very much for coming along. Thank you very much for all of your likes, comments, and subscriptions. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Have a great night. We'll see you guys.